Today we are going to go through a knee internal rotation stretch with PAILs RAILs. Yes, you heard that right, internal rotation at the knee. A lot of people don't understand or just are not aware that our knees actually rotate, and knee rotation is super important, as rotation in all of our joints is. So we're going to demonstrate with Ryan here as my model what knee rotation looks like, so you guys can kind of see that and get the hang of it first. I recommend practicing that, and then we'll go into the stretch and show you the contractions. So Ryan's going to be in a sitting position, his knees bent, his arms hooked under his leg to hold his thigh and hip in place. He's going to bring his ankle into a full dorsiflex position, and then he's going to think about that being locked in a cast. Your foot's just following the shin. Now when we look at knee rotation, the actual knee joint is made of the tibia and the femoral joint, the femur. Oh, words. So we're going to look at the tibia moving while the hip stays neutral. So go ahead and show what internal rotation looks like, Ryan. Good, and show external. So finding something on your shin, whether that's the tibial plateau, this big bony spot here, or some freckle or something, is going to be something to help you find that rotation, to make sure that when you are doing it, bring your foot back up and you go into internal rotation, that it's actually the knee joint, go back to neutral, and not the foot inverting. So go ahead and show them what that would look like, so the foot's not doing it, and not the hip. So the hip would be like that. So that's actually the hip moving, and this is actually the foot moving. So foot stays up, knee stays here. We look at the tibial plateau, come out again, tibial tuberosity, sorry, good. So once you get the hang of that, then we're going to go into maximal internal rotation at the knee. So Ryan's going to find what that looks like for him. He is going to take his opposite hand, grab the outside of his foot, pull it up and in into as much internal rotation as he can. Good. So sometimes it's hard to find a stretch here. Some of you may already. You will feel a stretch on the outside of your ankle. That's okay. But the other way to add to this stretch is using the inside arm that's under your leg, wrapping it around your calf and really forcing it. So there's a couple ways to do this. One is grabbing here. The other way is while his hands are wrapped under your knee, pushing that calf muscle out and giving you a little twerk this way. Just like that. So wrapping your shin, giving you a pull, wrapping your arm with your other side, and really pulling into that. So the stretch should be on the outside of the knee. You guys, this may take some time for you to find the position, but once you figure it out, it'll be easier after that. So again, you want to find the stretch on that outside of the knee. This is a really uncomfortable stretch because this is the knee capsule. This is a deep, deep part of the knee. Capsule is part of the bone, essentially, so it will feel deep and uncomfortable. There's no way around that. But what we do want to avoid is anything on the inside of the knee here. That is closing angle pain, that's pinching, a sign that the joint's not doing what it should, and also a sign you should go get it assessed by a clinician. So if you don't have that, then we're going to continue on, and you're going to think about holding this as hard as you can. Yes, this is very exhausting for your arms, but that's totally fine because your arms are strong, right, Ryan? So he's holding this now for 2 minutes. Exhaling, relaxing, visualizing this kind of lengthening as he goes. After those 2 minutes are done, he is then going to start the PAILs contraction. PAILs contraction is key. A key to the PAILs contraction is the beginning when you find that internal external rotation. So PAILs is external. So he is holding his leg here. He is then going to not let it move. He's going to start using the outside hamstring on the outside of his knee and externally rotate into his hands. He's going to start at a light contraction, build up a little bit harder, and max that out as much as you can and sustain that maximal contraction. You should be contracting all of this out here. Again, nothing in here, and no movement should happen. This is isometric. We are just building strength at end ranges and talking to these muscles. Once the 20 seconds is done, he is going to ramp back down, kind of relax. Again, ramp. Don't just turn on and turn off and immediately give everything out. You want to be controlling it. Then from there, we are going to do the rails contraction. That's the inside of your knee. That's the hamstring in the back of the knee here. That's pulling you into internal rotation. So he's going to contract that, trying to get a little bit more internal rotation. He's going to start at a light contraction and slowly ramp up that contraction a little bit more to moderate, a little bit more to moderate to high, and then at the highest intensity that he can, give me 100% muscle contraction, hard as you can. Do not back off of it. and hold for 20 seconds. When that 20 seconds is done, he is going to relax by ramping down. Again, don't just turn it off immediately. Ramp back down, slowly come out of that. You'll feel lots of stiffness out here like you normally do from stretching, and you'll be done with your stretch, or you can do another contraction for PAILs, RAILs. And that's it. So enjoy your knee internal rotation stretch with PAILs, RAILs, and let us know how you like it.